Hey everybody, and welcome back to another Kraken Packs video. I am your host, MrBevers. That's right, we're getting into box number 3 of our case of Guilds of Ravnica. Let's see if we can do a little better than box 1 and box 2. We've had some kind of weird spreads of things. The boxes weren't necessarily bad by any means, but they weren't as good as they could have been. So this is what I was talking about in my bundle video from yesterday. If you didn't watch that, you need to go watch that. But I was talking about these things. These little pamphlets, these pieces of paper. Like, why not put one of these into this? Right? I mean, I know it costs money to put it in, but like, you've been putting these into sets for a long time, and then they stopped doing it, I think, around, what, the Amonkhet blocks? They stopped putting these in? Maybe a little bit before? I don't remember exactly when they stopped. But they stopped putting those in, but they could have put something in there on top of here that gave you, like, a free pack on Arena or something. Or like maybe a sealed pool or something, right? Now, I mean, like the stores that open the boxes and the people who open max boxes would have got a whole bunch of codes and they could have sold them online. But, I mean, since when does Hasbro and Wizards care about that kind of thing? I mean, whatever, right? Like, that's the secondary market selling stuff secondary. Like, what is it? It costs them almost nothing, and it drives people to their game in their store. Why wouldn't they, right? Flower or Flourish, Rock Charger, and Disinformation Campaign. Good old Dimir discard control nonsense. And our first rare is a Tajik, Legion's Edge, with a Dimir Guildgate and a Soldier token. Alright, let's see what else we can find. We're going to try to, like, plow through this box. Maybe we won't get there. Maybe we will, but maybe we won't. Justice Strike, Smelt Ward Minotaur, Goblin Banneret, and Expansion and Explosion. Dimir Guildgate with a Night Elf token. Sorry, an Elf Knight token. Is that better? Don't want to get anyone confused with those WoW characters, right? The Night Elves. Whispering Snitch, Discovery and Dispersal, City Watch Sphinx, and Guild Mages Forum. Ooh, we did get our foil, though. First foil, Devious Cover-Up. Nice little counterspell with a Golgari Guildgate and just a white soldier token with lifelink. Good old lifelink. We got a League Guildmage, Demotion, Inescapable Blaze, and a Venerated Loxodon with a Dimir Guildgate and a soldier token. So let's see if this box ends up being similar to our first box, where we had, like, all the mythics at the end of the box. Was it the first box or the second box that did that? I can't remember. Price of Fame, True Fire Captain, Sinister Sabotage. This is the uncommon that's climbing in price. And our first Shockland, a Sacred Foundry. I'll take it. I'll take it. With a Guildgate, Selesnya Guildgate, and a Soldier token. What do we got here? Boom. Gatekeeper Gargoyle, Enhanced Surveillance, Circuitous Route, and Experimental Frenzy. Another, like, $4 or $5 rare there. It's a cool card. It's definitely a cool card. And it definitely does some interesting things. Alright, we've got Night Veil Predator, Goblin Crater Maker, Swath Cutter Giant, and Fire Mines Research. Little rare that lets you do a bunch of things when you're drawing lots of cards. Or when you're drawing? No, when you're casting spells. Right? Instants or sorceries, yeah. It lets you draw cards or do damage. We've got an Integrity in Intervention, Undercity Necrolisk, Flight of the Equinauts, and Blood Operative. What? Hey! I heard that blood operatives work alone. What the hell are you guys doing? What are you doing? Why are you here together? You're supposed to be inconspicuous. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'll take it. Foil blood operative, yeah? I mean, I'm not going to complain. A little vampire man who can come back from the graveyard? I will take it. I will take it. A 3/1 with lifelink for 3. I will take it. Price of Fame. Integrity and Intervention. Crush Command, or Crush Contraband. Jeez. And a Niv Mizzet Parun. With a Golgari Guildgate and a Soldier token. So we got our foil rare. I mean, there is that, right? Justice Strike. Sprouting Renewal. Status and Statue. And a Mission Briefing. Another solid rare. We'll put this down here like this. And we'll put this here like this. Yeah. Mission Briefing. Ooh, we got a Generous Stray foil. Meow. 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 Look, I have killed this and brought it to you as a gift. Thanks, cat. Conclave Tribunal. Krull Harpooner. This guy's sweet in limited. Hellkite Whelp. And a Citywide Bust. Citywide Bust with a Dimir Guildgate and an Elf Knight. Open cards. Conclave Tribunal again. Swarm Guildmage. Plague Crafter. And a Connive and Concoct. I always want to say convene for some reason, and I don't know why my brain is like, it's convene! And I'm like, it's not, there's no N. Stop, brain, why? Don't do these things. Why you do this? League Guildmage. Rampaging Monument. Creeping Chill. And Deafening Clarion. With a foil Hammer Dropper. Dropping the hammer. Isn't that like a airstrike saying drop the hammer or something like that? I feel like that. I don't know. I'm not from the army, so I don't know. Crackling Drake, Pilfering Imp, Wee Dragonauts, and a Find and Finality. Find and Finality. Open says me. Necrotic Wound. The uncommon that I think is going to see a lot more play than it is currently. So I'm going to put it down here. Sprouting Renewal, Wand of Vertebrae. I've never really been correct about these types of things, but hey, there's a first time for everything, right? Vivid Revival. And a foil Boros Challenger. With a Boros Guildgate and a little Goblin token. Little Goblin token. We've got a Flower and Flourish, Conclave Guildmage, Guildmage, District Guide, and Response and Resurgence. With an Izzet Guildgate and a Bird Illusion. Hey, you know what? I mean, I don't know if you guys have noticed. If you all out there have noticed or not. But I just noticed. And yeah, I understand. I'm halfway through the box. And maybe I'm not the most observant person. But Ledev Champion, Guild Summit, Legion Guildmage, and Emera Soul of the Accord is not a mythic. It's not a mythic. We are halfway through a box and we haven't seen a single mythic yet. Oh, we got the no mythic box? The non-mythical box. Let's see if we can get there. Because Wizards told you guys, right? They released the mythical edition of Guilds of Ravnica. What they didn't tell you is that they also released a non-mythical edition of Guilds of Ravnica with no mythics in it. And it costs about $50 more than the regular boxes. And you can only get it if you know a guy named Brian who works for a guy named Fred who knows the daughter of the CEO of Hasbro. And our rare is a Legion's Warboss. Woo! Legion's Warboss. I know that was it took a little while to get there, but we got there, everybody. We got there. Golgari Raiders. Dimir Spybug. Krull Swarm again. And our first mythic. They lied to me. They said there'd be no mythics in this box. Why did I pay all that extra money? Tristani Discordant as our first mythic. About approximately just over halfway through the first box, we hit our first mythic. Golgari Raiders, Whispering Snitch, Plague Crafter, and Etrata, the Silencer. So you know what this tells me so far? We've had at least 2 boxes that have been like this, where we didn't open like any mythics in the first column of the box. And we opened like 1 or 2 in the second column, and then opened the rest in the third column. It means that don't buy any of your packs from the first column. The far left side of each box, do not buy packs from that side. We got an Overgrown Tomb. Nice little Shockland. A Hurdy Land. If you want to go that route, you can call it a Hurdy Land. It hurts me. It hurts me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stop. Cards. Beam Splitter Mage, Lotleth Giant, Golgari Findbroker, and a Steam Vents. Another Shockland. Back-to-back Shocklands. I'll take it. I will take it. I will take it. Right to the bank. Krull Harpooner, Silent Dot, Glowspore Shaman, and Bounty of Might. 6 mana instant. Target creature gets +3/+3 until end of turn. Target creature gets +3/+3 until end of turn. Target creature gets +3/+3 until end of turn. And it does not tell you that you need to pick new targets or anything like that. Such jazz and what have you. Boom. Lava Coil, Molder Hulk, City Watch Sphinx, and another mythic, Divine Visitation. So we hit 2 mythics in the center row. Or was that the first pack off the last row? I don't remember. I'm not keeping track. Murmuring Mystic, District Guide, Selective Snare, and Gruesome Menagerie. It's a gruesome menagerie. Alright, Conclave Cavalier, Glowspore Shaman, Sunhome Stalwart, and Dawn of Hope. I heard you guys liked making 1/1 lifelinkers and then also being able to draw cards when you gain life. Is that a thing? Because if so, Dawn of Hope is for you. Justice Strike, Rock Charger, Hellkite Whelp, and an Omnispell Adept. We've also had, I mean, we've had a drop-off in the foils, too, because we've, only opened 5? One of them being a rare? So this is what I was talking about before, and I've been talking about it in pretty much every box opening or Guilds of Ravnica opening that I've been talking about. Invert and Invent, Inspiring Unicorn, Thought Erasure, Chance of Glory as our mythic, is that the number of foils in these boxes seems very volatile. Like, you either get a whole bunch or you get none. Hasda Marshal, Smelt Ward Minotaur, Sunhome Stalwart, and a Light of the Legion. I mean, and is it Guildgate? That's our rare. Could you imagine? Could you imagine that we go back to a time or go forward to a time where Guildgates are rares? Because the set is so underpowered that a Guildgate is actually a very powerful card, much like a Shockland is. Can you imagine? Think about it. Do you want to be alive during that time? Maybe. Molder Hulk, Chemister's Insight, Orcrin Assassin, and another mythic, an Arclight Phoenix. So we've hit 3 mythics in the last row of this box. Well, 2 mythics so far. Chance of Glory and Arclight Phoenix for sure. And possibly the Divine Visitation, because I don't recall if it was the last pack from the middle or whether it was the first pack from the third row. We got a Street Riot, a Flight of the Equinox, and a Chamber Century. Someone said to me, left me a comment about it, and said it's not a walking ballista, it's a limping ballista, something like that. And I was like, that's not a bad name for it. Goblin Crater Maker, Night Veil Predator, Grappling Sundew, and a Midnight Reaper. Oh, another foil. Finally a foil. Skyline Scout. Holy moly. So, 3 Shocklands, 4 Mythics. Only 6 foils, I believe. Hasda Marshal, Book Devourer, World Soul Colossus, and Izoni, the Thousand-Eyed. Another rare, or another foil, I should say. Silent Dart foil. Maybe all of our foils are at the end of our box. It's interesting. Because normally, like, average, you see, like, probably 7 to 8 in a box. I guess we're at the 7 mark now, so I guess we're on point. Murmuring Mystic, Boros Challenger, Selective Snare, and Swift Blade Vindicator as our rare. I guess I'm just spoiled because those other boxes I opened for Untouchables, like, they had almost 10 foils a box, almost. And a whole bunch of the boxes had double foil rares. Chemister's Insight, Pilfering Imp, Dragonauts, and a Watery Grave. I'll take it. Another Shockland. That's 4 of the 5 Shocklands that we've opened. 4 of the 5 Shocklands. All right. Let's see. Lava Coil. Oh, Beam Splitter Mage. Gird for Battle. And Thief of Sanity. With an Is It Guildgate and a Soldier token. So that's interesting. Interesting little pile. Yeah, so we've got, what, 6 foils, 1 rare foil, 4 mythics, 4 of the 5 Shocklands. Can't complain about that. But we also didn't end up with, like, Assassin's Trophy, or I don't think we ended up with any of the high-end mythics. This looks like mostly the lower-end mythics. Because the high-end mythics are, like, the Doom Whisperer, the Sphinx, Aurelia. Like, those are the higher-end mythics. There's a couple other ones that are in, like, that range, too, but I think these ones are all sort of down in the $5 to $2 range. Somewhere in there. But, I mean, 4 Shocklands, not bad. We did hit the Mission Briefing and the Experimental Frenzy, not bad. But we didn't hit a Risk Factor, which is a good rare in the red slot. It's seeing a lot of play right now. And we didn't hit the Assassin's Trophy. So, you know, we missed out on some of the big ticket rares as well. So I would say that this box was probably, like, middle of the road. We only got 1 Sinister Sabotage and only 1 Necrotic Wound as well. And we only got 1 foil rare. So, I mean, like, this 1 foil rare per box is average. It's just that a bunch of boxes have been seeing 2 per box, which is kind of weird. But, hey, who knows? Maybe box number 4 will be better to us. Or maybe it'll be worse. Who knows? Anyway, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I've been your host, MrBevers. Don't forget I have a Patreon if you want to help support the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. If you can't with a monetary value, don't worry about it. I really appreciate you just watching. But make sure that you check it out anyway. We do a lot of discussions on there, and also anything helps, right? Even if you can only give $1 a month, anything helps, right? So thank you so much. And as always, may your pulls ever be better.